speaking of the bullpen, Hugh, I have a question. I'm curious if everyone out there, including you, have changed your mind on something.
What?
So we had a conversation was this April, Kyle? I think it was April.
Yes.
May, April.
I think it was the beginning of
May.
Well, definitely April, because I think we had transitioned to the conversation about moving Ranger to the bullpen.
Yes.
And then we got this.
Sign Ranger to a long-term deal.
No, he's not worth that long-term deal. One of my favorites. Oh, don't you wait. We'll talk about Trey Hendrickson next hour, so we'll have that revved up. But okay, so
I laughed too hard.
Yeah, you did. We did the Ranger conversation, and then we discussed the idea of Andrew Painter. And I said the Phillies don't need another starting pitcher to win the World Series. They need a relief arm. They need a dominant relief arm to help them in the bullpen. And from my memory that day, a lot of people didn't want to do it, didn't want to touch the two promising prospects. He's a generational prospect. You can't possibly put Andrew Painter in the bullpen because, oh no, he might get hurt, even though we're 2 years off of surgery. All right, so they let it play out, and we've gone through this year where he's been a starter in the minor leagues. The bullpen has stunk. But Hugh, I thought it was interesting on Friday when John Middleton spoke. Listen to John Middleton on Friday, because it's the first time that I've heard anyone from the organization, let alone someone as powerful as the owner, throw this out there. Here's Middleton on Friday on how the bullpen could evolve as the year goes on.
And one of the things people have to realize is a bullpen in the regular season is an entirely different animal than a bullpen in the postseason. If you go back to, I was talking to Dave about this about a month ago, and he said, John, and I think it was 06 when the Tigers, which he was running, played the Cardinals. He said, the Cardinals' bullpen was very mundane, very average. He said, we weren't concerned about it at all. And then they put Adam Wainwright in the bullpen. And overnight, it turned into a really, really good bullpen. And so if you think about it, we only need 3 pitchers, and we don't need our 4th pitcher until the 4th game of the division series, right? So you need 3 pitchers, and everybody else goes to the bullpen. And you're going to have people in the bullpen who are now starting pitchers first. You might see people up. I could see Abel coming back up if he's not up before that for some other reason. I could see Abel in the bullpen, coming down at 97 miles an hour with a really good curveball. Painter might be up here the same way.
There it is. For the first time the whole year, someone with the Phillies said what to me has been obvious the whole time, that this season he can help them in the bullpen more than he can a starting pitcher. Hugh, now that we're here, it's late July, and we're signing pitchers off the couch to come help in the bullpen. Are you now open to the idea of Andrew Painter coming to help in the bullpen?
I think you have no choice but to be, because he painted a scenario where they – don't get it twisted, Joe. These are conversations that are being had.
Of course. Otherwise, he wouldn't have brought it up.
He wouldn't have brought it up. He's bringing you behind the curtain, so don't get it twisted. These are conversations that are being had. That – for me, even reinforces even more that they're not going to do anything, because they feel like they have the guys that they need here, and they have the reinforcements with these young guys. Because the way they've been slow playing this Painter thing, it looked like it was going to be around August.
July,
July, around this time.
Yeah.
And that's not happening. You know, and part of that is because you got some pretty solid pitching from your starters.
Also, he hasn't dominated in
AAA.
He's actually struggled.
Yeah, so I can see that. I think everything that has been said, I think you got to read between the lines a lot of times. They're greasing the skids to let you know that the next press conference we get after the 9 day, after we get to pass the trade deadline, it's going to be, hey, we feel like, we're trending in the right direction.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get some pitching. We're going to get some of these young guys up, put them in the bullpen, and we're going to make a push.
All right, so Hugh Douglas is open to Painter in the bullpen. I've been open the whole time to Painter in the bullpen.
Welcome on in, Hugh.
Well, it's about time.
I mean, because you got to listen to what's being said. I'd be foolish to say it any other way after he said what he said.
Hold on. I think he said Adam Wainwright with the Cardinals in 06. I said that to everyone in May, and I had everyone yell at me.
This is told you so?
Well, kind of, yeah. Well,
what would you do?
What you going to do? You going to do your victory lap?
You would do the same thing?
The day they bring him up and put him in the bullpen. That was a victory lap.
I'm appalled. I never, ever. I don't do that. I don't take victory laps.
You do it for
I don't
the
say I
defense
told you
thing,
so.
Even though it wasn't even right.
I don't say that. I don't do that.
I have an agenda.
I don't do that. I feel I'm offended.
Yeah. You're offending us when you talk about defense here in Philadelphia.
I'm offended.
So what was the poll, Kyle, we put up in whatever it was, April, May, about this? We had the conversation about Painter, and if my memory serves, more than half people were out on it.
They were angry with us for even asking it.
Sure. Yeah.
Are you guys stupid? Is this a serious question?
Wait a minute, it's not stupid.
He's the next Steve Carlton.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Should the Phillies transition Andrew Painter to the bullpen? 65% said no, and we got ratioed to hell.
Love it. How about today? Same poll. Could put it back up?
Yeah, here's one. What is wrong with you? Seriously.
Yeah.
And now we put the same poll up, and the results are reversed.
Of course. Oh, so one other thing that
Would you say new information?
Yeah. Well, that's true. You're allowed to have a new take. That's fine.
Yeah.
So one other thing I think is part of this is they keep saying he has to earn a spot in the rotation, right? And that I totally agree with that. You can't just bring him up here if he's not pitching super well at AAA. But there's a chance he doesn't earn a spot in the rotation this season, right? They have Wheeler.
Yeah.
They have Ranger. They have Sanchez. They have Luzardo. They have Nola coming back. So if there's no spot in the rotation for him, here's what I can't do if I'm the Phillies. I can't let 3 years go by without him helping the Major League team, right? 3 years ago, it was spring training, and they were all excited about him, right? He's going to be on the team this year. He might make the team. Unfortunately, he got hurt.
Painter watch.
He got hurt. That season was done. Then last year, he was the rehab, so he was out for basically all last year anyway. Now, this year, he's healthy. I can't just sit here and say, he wasn't good enough to be a starter this year. We'll see him in 2026. Like, I just can't. In a window, they're trying to win a World Series. If they look back and say we wasted 3 years of this pitcher because of one injury, it just doesn't make any sense to me. If they have a need in their bullpen, and it's big enough that they're literally signing pitchers off the couch. Get this kid up here. Plus, I do wonder if maybe he would be better out of the bullpen right now. Obviously, he's struggling as a starter. He has a 5 ERA in AAA. I wonder if you just kind of limit it and say, Andrew, just get 3 guys out. Just get 1 inning for us. He might be better.
I'll tell you what, this is it is skewing a little strange because there was a lot of excitement about him early on. And as the season progressed, it died down a lot.
Yep.
And you're talking about Mick Abel's name is being mentioned before he is when you talk about bringing up pitchers. So, yeah, it is very, very interesting how it just all died out. I don't know how to read that, though, Joe. I don't know if that's his struggles or they just feel like he's not trending where they want him to trend at right now.
Yeah, and some of this might be natural. He missed the 2 years, basically. He might just need more time. And I'm not out on him. I don't think less of him as a prospect. I still think he's going to be a tremendous pitcher. But for this year, it might have to be out of the bullpen. And if that helps the Phillies win a World Series, we got to deal with it. The idea that this is a crazy idea, that's out the window. I mean, the owner's talking about it, Kyle. This is obviously, and I think Hugh's right, they've discussed it if he's bringing it up.
Yeah, and I guess a lot of this is going to depend on how Ranger Suarez and Luzardo look, and then Nola, too, when he comes back.
Yep.
Like, there really feels like no other place for Painter to go at this point, like when we get to October at the very least. But, like, I don't know if I'm not 100% sure, but isn't it sort of in the later innings when he's starting to get tagged? Like, he starts off the games pretty well, and then when it gets to about the 5th inning is when he starts getting lit up.
It would signal to me he could give you an inning or two.
Right. And I mean, especially with the kind of heat that he brings.
Yeah,
that's a bullpen type guy.
Yeah, to me, we're reaching a point where if he doesn't help out of the bullpen, I don't know if we're going to see him this season. I don't know if he's going to help, and that to me is be unacceptable as we're trying to win a World Series.